where the octopus are to do a minimum population count later.
It's kind of dark. Yeah.
Great.
Okay. There we
Okay.
Yeah, still getting situated here.
go. Oh, sorry.
Setting levels, all that stuff.
Oh, you're missing down LED. Is that it?
Is it not on? Yeah, that'll help.
That'll help.
Big
Why
time.
was that off?
They might have been close up on something. Too much water. So, thank you, Alexander, for helping me with level. How's this now? I hope it's better. Levels look like it's good on my meters. Whoa.
So,
Takes forever to get anywhere here.
yeah. Bob, I'm thinking we're going to want to move the ship due east. We were about 45 meters off, 40 meters off the breeding octopus target that we want to go back to.
Okay.
Do you have a preference on size of the ship move at this depth?
Well, just put the stern of the ship over the target.
Copy that. That's easy.
And I did
Bridge
see a
nav.
little ways back. Oh, never mind.
Oh, that's the.
Yeah, Mr. Fish.
Oh, that's a grenadier.
Okay, so that ship move is underway. Pilots 160 is our heading. Is our bearing.
Roger.
And currently we're going 0.03 knots. Does that sound good to both science and pilot?
Yeah, we're going. How far was it back to the target?
40 meters.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Yeah.
have a preference on speed for going back.
Okay.
Whatever works
I
best
think it's sort of downhill, I
for
think.
you.
It is sort of downhill, and what we can
Yeah,
do
yeah.
is, if you want, we can, because again, the idea is to turn back around and hit it when they start again. So we can shoot just a tiny bit past it,
Past it. Okay.
and then turn around,
Yeah.
and then, come up to where
We
we
might
saw
as
it.
well just do that in one shot. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So another 20 meters then?
yeah, because everything takes forever at
Okay.
this depth. So,
Okay, Roger. Bridge nav. 40 meters, 160, please.
Amanda, are you still there?
Sure
Maybe
do.
she left.
Yeah, I haven't. I couldn't pull myself away yet.
Okay, this
Well,
is...
before we get moving, do you want to see any of those sponges up close?
yeah, I think we
I'd
got
be
some
happy
time
to if
here.
we've got the
So,
chance for it.
want to zoom in now?
Yeah, be glad to. And right now I'm speaking for a level check for the records and SPL. How tight do we want to go?
I
Cool.
guess we
Probably
can
as-
just
Camp Askene up there at the top. And I'm not sure who that round guy is. That might be a Sacco Calyx, a young one though.
Let me
I know
just
he got a
get
dirty
planted
sponge
here a
below
little
that.
bit.
And then
Are you talking about the
white
round one
I'm
to the
really
far
not sure.
left?
I don't know who that is. Is there any more zoom to be able to look at that one in the far
Yeah,
left?
let me just get planted before we zoom though. Okay, which one did you want to look at?
The far left, that bluish white one?
The little one?
Yeah.
Zoom in now.
Yeah, you pan right just a little bit.
Oh, I see. I think we might be looking straight on at one of those, like the stalked guys.
Do we want a shot with the
Okay,
lasers?
great. Yeah, actually, that would be good.
All right, pull
I
it
don't
off
think
from
I can
lasers.
identify it even with the lasers, but it's
There we go.
Yep.
good
Go for
to
it.
see. Oh, it's so tiny. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. I have no idea who that is.
Okay,
A
zoom
stalked
out.
sponge. A
All right,
young
coming out.
stalked.
Because we're deeper and it's just, you get more slop. It's a long way. If you look at the angle, like, you have this tiny little change in angle for how long the depth is. So,
Hey,
you
if
know,
you have a second, there's a coral on the left-hand side right under that sea star.
yeah. Wanna zoom in now?
That's what I do.
It is what you do.
There you go.
objects and stuff. I've got a little more zoom if you like it. Not bad.
It's a nice Chrysogorgia.
What kind of coral is a Chrysogorgia?
They're called, so it's an octocoral. The common name is golden corals, not gold coral, but golden corals, because the axis is kind of a metallic, shiny luster to it, if you were to remove some of the tissue. But these are quite diverse, particularly as you go deep. And they're really deep sea specialists. They don't find this family at all in the shallows.
About how shallow would they appear?
There are records as shallow as 50 meters, maybe even a little bit shallower, but I'm not sure how much I trust those. But most of them are deeper than 200.
I don't think I've ever seen one of these before.
Yeah, there's a lot of, so there's the relatives you're probably aware of are like the Iridogorgia belongs to the same family, the firecracker coral or firework coral, and then the Metallogorgia also in the same family. All right, can we zoom out a little bit and frame it up with the lasers?
Yep,
coming out.
This one is a morphology I'm not super familiar with, so good to get some images of this. Normally, Chrysogorgiids are, or at least Chrysogorgia are a lot of bottle brush type morphologies.
Did you want to get
one seems to
closer
be more
it?
planar.
We're a little ways away. We have time.
No, I'm all set here. I just
Okay.
wanted to get some images of it.
All right, zoom out, Al.
The
So,
water there
is
looks,
it just me, or does it seem
wavy.
like the water shimmering there?
That's what I was just saying.
It does kind of,
Oh, really?
but we were a bit away from it, and I think just the vehicle kind of shudders just because I have to drive down to stay planted. So it might have been some of that, maybe. You want to zoom in now?
I'd say we're going all the way.
Just keep going. We'll see if
The shimmer,
it looks shimmery
I'd
or
expect it to be more to the left. Because
Right. Where?
yeah, I guess it. Yeah,
there is actually still some.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like
Wow.
that ship move is starting to come in now.
Okay.
yeah,
I do see some jitter in the camera from vibration.
yeah.
of the vehicle.
Yeah.
There's some of that too, but I could go back over to the left and see if that was an actual phenomenon.
If there's time before we get moving, sure.
Yeah, we just started the move, so.
Yeah. Where's the kind
that
of
looks
the
like a
cleanest looking
Giant
rock?
dust field.
It does look like there's some shimmery water action there. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm going to zoom out just a
Okay,
little bit more.
I think I got to get moving now.
Oh, we're coming out all the way.
Okay.
What was that heading again, Sam?
160.
We're gonna go back down the line. Yeah, that's just a cloud of fixes, though. Huh?
Okay, that's normal.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you're kind of getting to the max range on this nav system.
Yeah.
Let's see. I need to come around this other way. Or what do I need to do? I'll just back down.
Can I do another sound check? I was having some V-Link issues.
Oh. Welcome back.
Jan's also having similar
you.
issues.
I wonder, so Amanda
hear
just
me?
popped off, and I wonder if it'll be more stable after that.
Okay. Yeah, it just kept dropping, but it would automatically try and reestablish. Seems to be pretty stable now.
Well, mine just cut out and came back on. And it's doing what I noticed Chad was mentioning yesterday. When it comes back on, it's muted. So I'll just have to
definitely
watch that closely.
You have to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, well,
Okay. Hey Jen, you had
wait, what was lost in translation? Yeah,
Jan, you
hang
said
on,
my
'cause
name, and then I
gotta
lost
get
it
sorted
again.
here because we're having really
Okay.
bad nav and I lost my bearings. So.
Sounds like we're having satellite issues in general.
So you're looking off to the east.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
still working my way back around counterclockwise.
Okay, are you getting yanked or what's happening?
No, I thought that's what we were gonna do, was rotate to 160 counterclockwise. So we were both at like 270 or so.
Well, very interesting. But
Okay, well I think you need to look to the east, right?
All right.
Is that right? Oh, the nav's just all over the place.
Yeah, there you are, just on the outer edge of.
Yeah, it's bouncing around a lot. Go ahead, Bridge. Not sure, Bridge. I'll get back to you on that.
There you are.
So Chad, are you there?
he's still out for the moment. He said he'll be back in a couple
Oh,
minutes.
okay. Okay, I didn't know he stepped out. Got it.
So are we on our way back down to where we first started seeing the brooding
We
octopus?
are. That's correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ship moves
sorry,
take quite a bit more time here.
My links have been, my audio and my verbal has
Okay,
been
you
going
can,
in and out this evening.
Continue onward.
Roger.
Okay.
And I'm using a different
I was talking to
computer
Sam.
configuration than last night.
Okay.
Bridge up.
Well, so far,
Seems to be okay now.
V-Link seems to be better. So far, so good. Great. Well,
So I
we
think
can,
we
while we
had-
swing back,
Yeah.
we could introduce ourselves. My name is Jennifer Brown, and I am the, 8 to 12. I had to remember what time it was. 8 to 12 watch. I'm the watch lead, and this is a very exciting time for us to get to come back to the Octo Cone. As if you've been watching, you know that Chad King was the watch lead for 4 to 8, but I have every expectation that he's going to stay on and help co-lead this watch with me, because we're also very excited to be back here.
What's that?
There's the octopus.
And
right
I
over
work
that
with
ridge.
Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary as part of the research team. And Chad is on board the ship. I am working remotely from home. So you heard Jan and I talking a little bit. So we are using some kind of a new setup where we can take part
you
in the
can see them in
science
Argus
party
scan.
line from home. And of course, that's dependent on our internet stability as well as the satellite feed. So every now and then we have some technical glitches that we'll do our best to deal with quickly and keep the science and their narration going.
So science,
So,
we have
Jan-
reached our octopus again. Do
Yes.
we
All
want
right.
to hold the ship and look around here?
Yeah, I was looking at Argus here, so it doesn't look like there's any octopus below us, correct? I mean, like further downslope, I should say. It's hard to tell.
It
Well,
looks like there are a few in that, just to the right of Herc.
To the right is, yeah, fine, because the idea is kind of to hit that tree line of octopus. But, oh, wow, looking over that next
yeah, I
ridge.
think, yeah,
Oh,
that looks like it's where it is.
that's a nice pool. You know what? Let's
But
go
we
ahead
gotta
and,
settle out. So just
Yeah.
Okay.
let's
we-
hold
gonna
on.
take a few minutes. We're still moving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
do
worries.
we do have a 20-meter move-in? Do we want to stop here, Bob, and then?
So it's gonna take like 10 minutes before the move actually occurs. So
Okay.
so we just gotta keep that in mind that it's not like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's much,
So that-
much longer.
Sam, that next move's going to take us in which direction?
Towards the ridge that we're looking for, that Chad just mentioned.
Okay.
So we're kind
Got
of
it.
following the black line here that the ship had taken before. We're basically trying to line up the stern of the ship over this brooding octopus target.
Okay.
So for what it's worth, you can still see a few downslope there.
Yeah, I think
few.
you see all that up
The
in
big
there.
line is right up there.
Yeah, I think since we're in the locale after the ship stops moving, that's within the distance Herc can drive, right? Without moving the ship.
Should we stop here, Bob?
It would probably be better to just settle out with what we got.
Okay.
And then.
Okay,
Yeah. And then. Yeah.
Because the idea is
We don't want
to,
to keep adding moves on top of moves, so
right.
I think we'll just have them stop and we'll
So if
let
we
it settle out and then we can move over
if we don't drift too far away from that little pool, it was like a slot canyon
there.
there.
We're gonna.
We'll go check that out whenever we settle.
Can you get that
Yeah,
view
yeah.
there? And tilt.
Yeah.
up so I can see. I mean, it was right over here, right?
Yeah.
So, Chad, I'm seeing a few.
Just, you can just see
I don't
it
know
in
if
the
it's the
shadow
same.
up at almost 12
Peachy
o'clock there.
anemone.
All right, ship move's completing in 1 meter.
1 meter.
Yeah, you can see that vein of them shooting
Yep.
out.
There's that slot.
So now we're back to that an area where we see lots of sponges, which we had noted when we first passed over.
I can always come down to give you a little bit more room too, so just let me know.
Yeah, and we just want to stay in view because the nav's not great. It's all so you can see it's just a
Yeah.
cloud of fixes here.
I've been called worse. So ship move complete.
Right. So we're actually in a pretty decent position here if we don't move too much more beyond this, right?
Straight ahead
Definitely
in front of
shimmering
that.
water here.
Yeah, do you see that in front of the octopus with the arms extended?
Yeah, so Jennifer, what we see from the Argus view is there's this vein that will continue off into the distance, and we'll probably sail over this,
Zoom in
but
now.
you can already see the shimmering right now.
Yeah.
So that is all the warm water that's escaping from
Wow.
the seafloor there.
Look at that.
Now you can really see it.
Yeah.
It's very. So here we have those tube worms on the rocks. too.
Yeah, that's pretty distinct. So what I would like to do, we don't, I don't want to require a ship move to move a, certain amount of meters,
Yeah.
but this is that vein. It continues off up to the upper right from Argus's view, but we
Okay.
can start here if there's a place to land and start sticking the optode in some of these cracks and crevices.
Okay. You want to start down at this end of it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and start here since we see the shimmering.
Okay. Yep. All right, zoom out now.
And Chad, do you notice that our O2 saturation went down?
I did not.
I think that might be when we sat down or came into this area. It dropped a bit, and the temp went up a bit.
Not a very convenient landing spot.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to nuzzle in here and not disturb these guys too much. Or gals.
Well, that might be a guy directly in front of us. That third arm around the clock from the top is curled over and tucked in a little bit.
We can zoom in a little bit on Argus cam. Yeah, that's
pretty
good.
nuzzly here.
Nuzzly, just cuddle up.
Oh, I think we're at the tether limits here. I'm starting to get jerked around. I can come down a little bit more.
Okay, Sam, can we, yeah, you can come down. We're stretched out, it's okay. In fact, it's probably kind of cool to get a good shot of that, and then Al can zoom in on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep turning, so.
You can.
Oh, too far.
You can move.
Yeah, the Argus
me,
view is. The Argus view is pretty interesting.
It is.
I think I'm getting yanked on a little bit. Yeah, let's
well,
zoom
so
in here.
it's just go in my heading. It gets closer to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to come up like, I don't know, 15 meters to the north.
Yeah, if we can zoom in a little bit more, hopefully won't get pushed around too much.
You can come down even lower, as long as you got the altitude. Where you at? Yeah, you're 20 meters up. So.
Yeah, because it's sloping down.
Hey, Bob, you're saying 15 meters ship move north, correct?
Yeah, north, yeah.
Roger.
I'm going to tilt
This
this
is
just a
not
second
really,
now.
it's not, we have, obviously, we have a bit of current that's blowing Argus down this way, so it's not quite dead on there. Okay, so optode.
It's a cool shot.
That is neat.
Yeah, the Argus cam shot, if
very
people are
neat,
watching
cam.
and toggle to quad view or
Those are
channel
Bob's
2.
favorite shots, so we gotta get those in. Not this Bob, the other,
I was gonna
the
say.
big Bob.
The big Bob.
But it's also really cool to see the thrusters there.
It's also a good perspective of just how dark it is down there.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, could you tag
So
this one?
can we reach into some of these cracks from this
Well, we're gonna
location? It's hard for me to tell depth. Okay.
We're gonna see how much range we got here. So it's the first time I'm picking this thing up, so I'm not sure how much leash we have on it.
Sure.
I think we have a fair amount. I think we can get into the crevice there. We'll find out in a second.
And we're probably not going to end up doing a ton of these measurements because it's
Oh, so which, are we doing the optode or are we gonna temp probe? What are we doing?
the optode.
Okay.
And what's the difference between the optode and the temp probe?
The temperature probe on Herc is just that. It's just temperature. It's a big metal wand. The optode is a couple sensors in a PVC sleeve So it's kind of protected, so you can kind of put it into some rocks. But I could see how using the temperature probe, you might be able to shove it in the cracks a little
I'm
further
going to zoom
too.
out a little bit so you can manipulate. I'm all the way out. I'm all the way out.
So when we see Herc
Tilt up.
oxygen saturation, Herc water temperature,
Yeah,
that's
so
just the
Okay,
temperature around the
Jan,
ROV.
zoom in with
have
me.
you, yeah, exactly.
Got it.
There's two temperature sensors now. If you go to your Grafana, there's actually a graph called optode wand
Hey,
temperature.
take a look at the cable and see if it's getting stretched out. I don't want to go too far.
Oh, sorry.
And looking
Yeah,
at the
no.
graphs that Chad is talking about, we've got a temperature
There it
that's
is. I see.
Oh, we
gone
got
up a little
lots.
bit.
Down
Yeah.
We got
further.
lots of room. Okay.
You got lots of room. All right, just put it as far into above or into one of the cracks that you can.
Just tell me if I'm getting tight there. Is it okay still?
It's okay. It's a little bit looped, which, yeah, no, you're okay. You're getting there, though.
I'm going to zoom in just a bit more.
Yeah. Kind of hard to see here.
So now it's climbing a little bit. We're up to 3.5 degrees C.
Just tell me if it's getting too stretched.
Oh, no, you're good. The loop is unlooping, so you still have...
Yeah, that's pretty down in the crack, I think.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good
so
on the
let's just
cable.
lock it in there, and
Yeah.
we'll wait a couple minutes.
All right.
Okay, so
Is this the first optode reading we've done today?
Yes.
Beautiful. I mean,
yes.
would you suggest anything more for a target other than optode 001?
That's good.
Okay. I didn't see anything in the dive plan for labeling. Want to make sure we got the right information you need. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
so
then, yeah,
we're almost
Chad,
at
I was wondering,
6 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. Did we want to record these optode readings in any specific way on the data sheets?
Yeah, we don't have a table in there. I was handwriting them in my notes here, but
Okay.
if anyone wants to add them to the data discovery report, you can feel free to do that. And again, we'll see a max reading, right, on these graphs. It'll actually report the max, so you don't have to sit there and go, is it 6.1 or 6.3? So it's still climbing.
So right now it's 6.58, 6.64 max. 6.67. Is that correct?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, here on the ship we're up to
I just want to make sure that I'm
6.8,
reading the right graph.
6.9.
Yep, still going up a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to keep it in here until it flattens out and stabilizes. And so just for people watching at home, we are 2 miles deep in the ocean, and it is near freezing here. So freezing is 0 degrees Celsius, and we were at about 1.7 to 1.8 degrees Celsius for just ambient bottom water, and we're already over 7 degrees Celsius. So we've already had a almost 6 degree jump.
Balmy 7 degrees.
That's a balmy 7. That's still very cold for us, but it is a hot tub for the octopus. That's for sure. The warmest reading we've gotten at the garden was 10.4. So that's the benchmark.
And then last year when we spent limited time here at the Octocone, and I don't think we took any temperature readings maybe this far down.
We did take temperature readings, but they didn't. This is the highest one now at the Octocone.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. But we had trouble getting necessarily to the source water.
Yeah, we did.
Because
yeah,
the cracks were so much wider.
Go up because the tether's going to come up into your face. So.
The ship move is already called in?
Yeah, it's already moving.
Yeah.
I'm going to push on Argus a little bit more.
You're going to push in on Argus? All right. We'll give it a second then.
So the readings are starting to flatten, but they're still barely climbing. So we're still going to sit here for a little bit longer. And inversely related to temperature is oxygen concentration. And so we are at around 110 millimolars per liter, and we've dropped all the way down to what is current 62.2.
All right, let's come wide for
so
a bit
we're
out.
almost half the concentration
here a little bit.
You got it.
that we are just a meter or two away in bottom seawater.
So Chad, just so you know, I don't see that data in the Grafana.
Okay, but do you see saturation?
Yes, we have temp, saturation, and the third graph is a repeat temp.
Okay.
All right, the football might
worries.
be in the way now, but I
So
think we
Yeah,
can.
I'm just letting you know what, how we can help with
I don't know.
that.
Yeah,
So
saturation.
won't be able to
we're gonna start
record
moving
that.
up the cracks, so maybe
Okay.
goose it.
10 meters?
10 meters, yeah, like, I don't know, 030.
Roger.
And as far as saturation,
Bridge now.
we are at about 27% saturation, and now we are down to 16.65%. Temperature's still moving a little bit up. It's at 7.7 degrees Celsius now.
Using on
Okay, I'm getting a delay on mine.
Video delay?
Yeah, the readout.
Oh, on the readout. Yeah, you might have a little bit of a delay.
It's just now barely getting. Yeah, now it's at 7.7.
Okay. Yeah, you're a little behind.
That's how long that the delay is.
No worries.
Okay.
You zoom in some more.
And Jen, do you want me to record these, or will you be recording them on the data?
I'm doing it manually, but if you don't mind, Jan, if you could just pop a table in the data discovery
No,
report.
I don't mind.
Thank you. That'd be great. I wasn't thinking about that.
Sure.
Because priority number one was just try to get as much video, and kind of was like, if it's convenient to take a reading, we'll do it, but it's not priority.
Might as well record it.
So with this zoom in here, we can see the shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one of
on
those
the back
shrimp.
wall. There's two. One a little to the left, and then another one a little further back, to the right, above the octopus. Oh, and then below it there.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, more.
They're starting to come out. They're
all
like,
over
hey,
the place.
we
Yeah.
heard you talking about us. So in Costa Rica, there's a similar, I don't know if it's the same species, but they noted when they had removed some of the mothers off of their egg clutches, these shrimp would come in and eat the embryos. So the assumption was here that they're serving that same purpose. They're opportunistic on the eggs. And sure enough, last year, Hercules, we had accidentally knocked a loose rock, and it kind of knocked one of the mothers off of her clutches of eggs. And within a few minutes, one of these shrimp started attacking one of the eggs, which were fairly well developed. You could see the eye spots and everything. And then that elicited a hatching. And then they continued to fight after the hatching. It was like a little Godzilla-Mothra battle.
Wow.
And they're about the same size.
Huh.
And then the octopus, the baby octopus got free and swam away, and everyone cheered.
Wow.
And if you want to see that, it is one of the videos.
It is online.
Yeah, that is a video on the Nautilus Live video library.
Al, I think we can zoom in on Argus.
Very cool.
Can I have a tilt down?
You can go full in.
We are now at 7.9. Looks like it's flattening out quite a bit. I don't think it's going to get to 8.
Or maybe zoom out just a touch because there's a decent amount of eve in there.
But that is the highest reading we've gotten here so far.
Yeah, now drop back down to
First one,
7.7,
so
7.8. So I think it's plateaued at 7.9.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
call it there, 7.9C. And
16.5
So we
is the
ready to pull
saturation,
it out?
is that right?
yeah, and oxygen dipped to 61.1 millimolars per liter.
Okay.
Yeah, you can remove the optode.
Okay, I'll just kind of zoom out with me. Come out.
And do we, are we going to call this like a sample number?
Yeah,
Like
we
it
were just
started
calling it
series,
optode
just start
reading
with one.
1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're gonna move up the crack, or
Yeah, let's go
line up
through this
attack?
pool that we saw from Argus. And
Okay.
what,
All right, let's come wide on her.
just to kind
Lean
of
on her.
summarize, since this dive is going to be shorter than initially anticipated, the idea is to try and cover most of this summit of this cone with video so we can get a
Okay.
reasonable minimum population count.
Do you want me to hang on to the optoad, or do you want to put it away?
Oh, you can put it away.
Okay.
We'll use it sporadically. We just don't have the time to stop too much.
Okay.
It's more important to do video coverage.
Quite sure how this was sitting in here. Something like that, maybe.
As far as the associated community on the rocks goes, I'm seeing a lot of
Cable's
the
right out in front of us.
animals we've seen before, with the peachy anemones and the shrimp and the tube worms that we can see as little white spirals. And then we also have these dark yellow sponges. We are keeping our eye out for something new in the associated fauna that we may not have seen before. So far, I'm not noticing anything. How about you, Chad?
Nothing, yeah, nothing that's grabbed my attention.
That's probably okay.
So, Chad, I'm looking at the Argus cam, and I'm seeing octopus on both to the left and to the right of Herc. What are you thinking as far as how you want to move through this area?
We were already talking earlier. We're going to go slightly up to the right. That's where, because we had drifted to the left, and Argus had seen this nice pool, this long, narrow pool of octopus. So we're going to cruise over that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the water's still relatively warm, just with the optoad sitting on the deck. It's still reading 3.2.
It might also just take a while to
Flush out?
flush out or cool
Oh,
down.
yeah. I guess there's that too, huh?
I see the temp probe, which is not far from it, reading about 1.
Gotcha.
Zoom in now.
Do you want to go all the way in or just catch a beautiful shot?
No. No.
Some
really strong.
Really good flow there, yeah. It's nice.
You see the female hiding under the ledge? We see sometimes the mother's octopus moving their arms around, maybe cleaning or oxygenating the eggs when they're doing that. They also may be responding to the light, I guess.
A lot more of the shrimps around. Wow.
I didn't know better, I would think that we were having problems with our video feed because it's looking pixelated almost.
It does play with the
Yeah.
eyes a little bit, I know. Like, blink, blink. I know I'm tired, but
But then if you look up to the left, you don't see it at all.
Wow. Yeah, I would have thought there was something wrong with this video too.
Right? And you're an expert.
Wow.
I don't think we saw at the original octopus garden any flow this noticeable over such a wide area.
yeah, I would say the octopus spa we did, but only when we landed and looked across a wide portion of the bed, you know, because I think you got more
Oh,
water
yeah.
column in the view. But this isn't that same distance at all. This is much narrower, so it is a lot of shimmering going on there. That's pretty intense. And I know that, like, if we could, you know, scuba dive down here and put these probes as deep as we could, I'm sure we would get much higher readings, or higher readings anyway. But
For anyone at home wondering why we're not scuba diving here, well,
well,
looking at 3,100 meters, yeah.
I was talking with some fifth graders about that today.
Ah, how did you explain that?
Well, that, you know, it would crush us.
That fuzzy bit coming out of the or near the octopus on the bottom left.
Oh, yeah.
what do you see?
Something upright coming out of the rock
Oh,
in front of the bottom left octopus. Hydroid, coral, hard to tell.
Sponge, maybe.
Are you talking mid-screen there?
To the right of the, yep.
Right there?
Yep.
Zoom in now.
Oh, that's an old Bathy Pathies.
Mm.
Not looking very happy.
yeah, he's got
Oh,
some
I'm sorry, I'm looking on the other right.
some anthozoa just kind of falling over it.
Yeah.
There's some of those shrimp again in the background.
This looks like some kind of anemones or zoanthids.
Yep.
Okay, out.
And in case anyone who is watching this and this is their first time visiting the octopus, the brooding octopus with us, and wondering what is causing all this disturbance in our visual field, what we are exploring here is an area where warm water is seeping out from between the cracks in this volcanic rock, and that water is warmer than all the other water around. And it, like if you looked on warm pavement, very hot pavement, and you saw the air, it looks like it's shimmering. We're seeing that same phenomenon here, but with the warm water that's coming out of the rock. And the stronger that shimmer, it's telling us that there's either higher flow rates or a greater temperature differential. So that's one of the things we're keying into.
And we are nearly 2 miles deep.
Now you want to zoom
That's
in just a tad
incredible.
to get the arm junk out of there? Go.
There's a few deep cavities there, but they don't appear to have any octopus in them, from here at least.
This guy here, that's kind of waving her arms.
Yeah.
Chad, are you on SPL?
Oh, there, that's better. Sorry,
Thanks.
I had moved my microphone
We
down.
could hear you, but
My apologies.
very low. Oh, there's some of that.
She is very active right now.
What's that behavior called?
Well, typically they're doing this to like clean their eggs and oxygenate their eggs, but I don't know. This is, the mantle's kind of the other direction too. That's why I was curious.
Okay, Al, you want to zoom in on that?
We're going to go all the way in?
Yeah.
All right, back to the guy there.
You can do what you want.
Oh, I can?
She might be laying her eggs. It's possible.
Really?
Well, she's not in that upside down posture. She's very active, and you could see there was a couple of eggs that were under her arms, but there wasn't a huge clutch. But it is kind of hard to see through the. No, she's moving one. She's moving an NA. She has one in her arm.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah.
I think this might be the first time we've seen one actually actively cementing her eggs to the rock. So they have something similar to a salivary gland. They produce this oviducal cement, and it's like an underwater cement. And they can attach the stalk of the egg directly to the rock. And the fact that she's not in the inverted position, her mouth is down, and that we just saw her carry an egg. I think that suggests she's actually
Down a little bit.
in the process of cementing her eggs to the rock.
If you're turned into it, just stay on it, and then you can have.
And for comparison, Chad, the octopus to the right of the central octopus, you can see, is in the inverted posture.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is cool.
So it almost looks like a flower that's to the right, but that is the octopus that's turned upside down. And what we're seeing are all the suckers on the underside of the arms, and in the middle, which would look like the middle of a flower, you see the mouth of the octopus.
Can I have a, there you go. You tilting up?
Oh.
I have to say that the shimmering makes it a little hard to see what she's doing.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of a catch-22, right?
Yeah, can we turn down the shimmer a little bit?
I know.
Yeah, Samantha, can you call that in?
Yeah, Roger.
Hot water, turn it off, please.
Yeah, until you said that, Jen, I was thinking that was a really nice looking sponge on the lower right. But it's the with all the shimmering, it's the octopus.
Right. Yeah. No. It's a little optically crazy right now.
Yeah, that is pretty cool, though.
It's like impressionist painting, deep sea edition.
Literally a watercolor.
So looking on the Argus view, it doesn't look like it continues much beyond this.
Oh.
Right?
So it was just a fairly small
octopus?
pool, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
I think we'll have a good sense when you come up a little bit, and we'll be able to get that light going a little bit further.
So up beyond there?
Yeah.
I'm going to push it on Argus a little more.
There's the shot.
Yeah, let me get Argus a little bit more.
Nice sponge there too in the back, or in the front of Herc.
You can pan up, see if you could see something up there. Zoom in more like that.
Yeah, I mean, I see a little bit of octopus up there.
That's just a starfish there, but yeah. Off there, yeah, there's one.
There's another male probably sitting up right there.
Got a little bit left in the Argus zoom. You want some more?
Well, there's just not enough light up there to see in the ridges. Yeah,
Looks
maybe
like
there weren't more.
You can move the ship up there if you want to look more. Get some Argus lights on it.
Well, whenever you're ready to come up anyways, we'll see.
Are we done looking at?
Yeah, so we can. She's kind of quiet, and again, we need to start moving. So again, just to.
I'm coming out all the way.
What I don't know exactly what the best moves are going to be for you guys, depending on conditions. But I'm sure, you know, Argus probably has the best view to see the quote tree line of the octopus where they kind of stop.
Yeah.
And the idea is to follow that tree line around the cone as best as possible. Okay. And if it doesn't work out or it's problematic, we can go directly over the top. But I know when you're doing those kinds of runs, going downslope is obviously not good for visuals.
Yeah, there's an octopus out swimming in the open water there.
And
I think if you come up and do like a quick scan and get that light, we might see.
Okay, can we zoom out now?
Coming out all the way.
And can we zoom in just a touch on Argus?
Or did we want to get
whatever.
any temperature measurements here, or
All right, that's good. That's good.
are we good?
We're good. Yeah,
Okay.
we need to. This is a great stop. We just need to start moving with the video transects, because if we complete it in a timely manner, then we can do some more measurements.
Okay.
And if not, we'll just move on to the whale fall.
And Chad, we're following the cracks that have octopus in them. We're not following contour lines, correct?
I don't know if the octopus line, the tree line, is going to correspond with the contour line.
That would be very helpful.
I think it might.
Okay.
But remember, last year we only came up one side, and they all started at the top. Now we've tried a different side, and they're kind of starting at the same depths.
Okay.
So that's 2 data points, right? So maybe it will be somewhat like that around the entire cone.
Okay. Yeah, because I can move along a particular contour line. Actually, it's in between 2 contour lines, this original site. So.
Okay. So what would be the line here?
Let's do. Do we want to go north or south with this science?
From
where we
whatever is the easiest for the ship moves, I guess. I don't know. We can
like
go clockwise or counterclockwise.
Roger.
Around the cone. Doesn't matter to me.
We're in the northern hemisphere.
Which way do you want to?
I don't care.
Someone's got to decide.
I mean, from this
I'm just the nav.
From this perspective, though, it doesn't seem like there's a strong current in this area that might cause you to want to go one way or the other. Is that right?
Cone's over here.
Well, I'm
we
already
can go
pointed north.
All right, we're going north.
All right.
Made. Good teamwork. Let's find Argus now.
I'll come up and see if we can get something in the Argus view. When I kind of.
It's cool.
Roger. Let's do north, Bob.
Okay.
For step 2030.
Let's just do 20.
Roger. Bridge nav. meters, 000.
About a month ago, I told myself to bring my pitch counter so I could sit here and just haphazardly click away. I don't have to actively count, just click the clicker, right?
Not a bad idea.
That could have been beneficial to have a ballpark number.
Or I want to zoom in.
You zoom in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, coming our way.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Let's see. Let's see, is there a modified arm on this one?
I don't think so.
To me. Yeah, so this should be a female.
So that might be a
And what we're looking at there is, if you put this octopus, if we thought of this as a clock.
I don't know if you guys can see it. I think it has to go through video.
What would you like? Teleproc?
What's that?
Oh, it's okay. We don't need to do it. It was just in case anyone at home was interested, but we don't need to switch video feeds to the telestrator.
Last night, though, he had it on camera 3, and we could see it. So it's up to you.
We did that earlier.
Otherwise,
in the last shift, we put it on camera 3, and so I was showing them how the telestrator worked. I was doing the arrows and the circles and everything.
Yeah, but in that case, camera 3 was showing the whole van, and we could see you drawing on your screen, and it's showing up for the pilots. But last night, we were seeing what the pilots were seeing on camera 3.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. But this octopus has landed in a way that makes it really easy to talk about the clock. So it's right up is close to 12 o'clock. Now it's rotating, but if you were looking at the clock and you start counting from 12 around clockwise, it's the third arm. If this is a male, would not be as long and pointed as on this female, but it would be modified.
Right.
So this one looks short, right? The third one?
No. So coming around from the one that's laying down on the rock is number 1. 2 is curled up. 3 is kind of pointed down and to the right. And it's long and narrow at the tip, like the other ones.
Argus.
Okay, so number 3 is right underneath its head.
Not all the way.
From this
Maybe
view, yes. And it would be obviously
okay.
shorter and wider if it was a male.
So it looks like there is some shimmering
Wow,
here too, but without female brooding, without any moms, basically.
Unless they're way down in there.
Unless they're way tucked inside, exactly. And that's the thing we'll probably find at this site, which we found last year, is there's lots of caves, caverns, overhangs, windows, all sorts of interesting habitat here, where, you know, we have seen octopus arms sticking out of holes in the rock, where you're like, whoa, I guess there's an octopus underground somewhere.
I'm going to push in.
Now, speaking of scuba diving, this is when you want to be able to go scuba diving and go back in there too, huh?
That'd be fun, right?
We need mini Herc.
In seabird colonies, we use like a little camera on the end of a really long, narrow probe. If we could figure out how to get a deep water one of those.
Okay. You good on this?
Anyone seen one of those before? Yeah, moving on.
Okay, out.
All right, coming out.
Gotta go.
Yeah, we're good. Let's start moving.
Well, Jan, maybe there's some engineering students that are listening right now and are looking for a good project. And I think you just gave them a great idea.
Yeah.
God,
so take those.
Kind of like a selfie stick, but for deep sea octopus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you
long,
guys,
narrow camera probe that can
Jen
withstand.
and Jan, can you see the shimmering at home at this height? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
There's some in the middle of the screen and then over to the right and also over that large anemone. I see shimmering.
I see it all in the bottom half. Everywhere.
But it's strongest over the large sponges to me on the right side.
Yeah, it can be very deceiving, but it seems to be in kind of circular areas, but there seems to be a lot of it in this view.
Should I keep high pack up on 3, or does it matter what I have on channel 3 right now?
That's up for science video.
Yeah, you guys at home, do you still want to see high pack all the time?
It's not completely necessary right now. We could always ask for it back if we need it.
That's right.
What were you thinking of putting up there?
Oh, I don't know.
The van.
Al was asking, yeah.
And if we see anything in the brow, I'll put that camera up.
Okay. So, Chad, from this view of the van, I believe we'll be able to see you use the telestrator.
Oh, hi.
Because I can see her cam in front of the pilots on the upper right.
Yep.
Hello, you're waving.
That little ridge that we just came from off to the right.
Some over there too.
Yeah, it's about 5 seconds or so.
Yeah, that's about 5-second delay. Yeah, that's kind of fun.
I see a little nook right off to the right, and it looks like there might be a few over.
I agree. There looks like there's some off to the right.
There's also one down and to the right. I'm just going out of view for me right now.
And ship move is complete.
All right, you can get another one going.
Another one going? 20 meter? Bridge nav. Two 0 meters, 0, 0, 0. Bob, can I call in the next one before the
Chad, does it look to you like that is an octopus, or is that a sponge down and to the right? I think you have a
yeah, from the Argus view, it looks like
than we do.
kind of to the aft starboard of Hercules. There might be a grouping of a half a dozen to a dozen.
No,